People will have played for years and not know of this hidden mystery. For over a decade, one mystery has been festering at the heart of Wizard101. This mystery would lay dormant for over 6 years until it was finally revisited. Brisk Breeze Tower, one of the most difficult dungeons in the history of Wizard101, now just the home of a secret that only a few dare to even remember. But the implications of this mystery are far-reaching. The whole spiral may be at stake. Hey guys, what is up? AwesomeTheSauce here, and hope you guys are ready for another Theory Thursday. Let's get it, my man! This theory is actually something that's been in the game for almost 5 years, if not more. I genuinely do not even know, my man. And this actually takes place in a dungeon that's actually fairly secret. A lot of people don't know about this dungeon, but it is something that level 50s can do if you want a challenge or anything like that. It's called the Brisk Breeze Tower. Now, I've actually done a playthrough of the Brisk Breeze Tower in a previous video. And I've actually been meaning to make this video ever since I made that video. So before we even start on this, let's actually look at a couple of really interesting clips from the end of that video.
Crazy
As
stuff.
Auric Night Glider fades away, you notice a key ring fall to the ground.
Key ring?
One key is made of bone, and the other is covered with hieroglyphics.
What are these keys?
As you guys can see, when you defeat the boss, Auric, in Brisk Breeze Tower, he ends up dropping 2 keys. One of them has hieroglyphics on it, and the other one is a skeleton key. Now, the one with hieroglyphics is important because it was actually used in the zigzag plotline. It was used as a way to unlock your way into the zigzag pyramid, and basically you take part in the plot over there. But we have yet to see what the other key is made for. Now, honestly, if it was just that, I wouldn't even be making this video. But what's said next by the person, Lieutenant Culpepper, that you actually rescue from the Brisk Breeze Tower is very interesting.
Oh my word! Thank you for rescuing me! I feared the worst! That evil spirit caught me and taunted me! He told me something terrible was coming to the spiral, and that Crocotopia was the next step! How can something be coming to the spiral? Anyway, I really don't know much about such things. I'm just glad to be alive.
As you guys can see, this man is talking about while he was imprisoned in Brisk Breeze Tower, Auric, the main enemy, was telling him about how something is coming to the spiral. Now, mind you, this has been in the plot, in the dialogue for years now. It's been here since before Morganth was even a known enemy. So I've always, I always thought that it was something they added before, and I really didn't make much of it. Now, the reason why I think now that they're actually going to do something with it is because when Darkmoor came out and all the dungeons for the different levels came out, they actually used a part of Brisk Breeze Tower lore in the zigzag plotline, which is why I think that there's gonna be a side quest or a side dungeon of something that comes to the spiral. Now, what does that really mean? I think what that means is that the spiral isn't all-encompassing. It means that there are places outside the spiral, and we've had hints at that for a while now. The Arcanum is a ship. If it's traveling all across the spiral, there's a very, very good chance that the Arcanum has a part to play in anything that is outside the spiral. A very cool thing about the Arcanum is that, yes, it is a ship that has been confirmed in the plotline, but also you really don't know where it really is. What you do know, however, is that it's very, very distant, and for some reason, it's very, very close to a black hole. And there's spiral. There's spirals of energy going towards the black hole. I would argue that this means that black hole is important for something. And normally, what black holes are used for in science fiction, anyways, is a way to basically it's like a wormhole, maybe even. It's basically a fold in space that you can travel from one place to another. We don't really know where the Arcanum is, but I would bet that it's a quick way to get from the spiral to other parts of the universe that's known. So what I think could very, very easily happen is that using the Arcanum, we could actually go to someplace outside the spiral because something is threatening the spiral from outside. And I feel like the skeleton key would be very, very important in that matter. Now, because you're outside the spiral, I feel like there could be very, very, very interesting prospects. For one, I don't think they would have to be bound by the same rules. So there could be all kinds of different schools of magic. There could be people from the spiral from a previous point in time that could have escaped there that want to take revenge on the spiral. Morgant could be outside, and she could be trying to decimate the spiral for killing it, because as we know, Morgant fell into the outreaches of space. Now, the difference between this theory and other theory videos that I'm making is that there's very, very little to go off of. Even the fact that the Arcana might have something to do with it is just pure speculation. I want to clarify that, you know? But what I do think is very interesting is that King's Isle and Wizard101, they do want to do something with the Brisk Breeze storyline. And I want you guys to tell me what you guys think is going to happen with the skeleton key. Do you guys think that the skeleton key is going to unlock a dungeon like it did in Zigzag? That's what I definitely think. I think it's going to unlock something that's completely separate from the spiral. It would make sense in that regard why Lieutenant Culpepper was told that there's a threat coming to the spiral. I don't think Old Cobb or Morgant after Brisk Breeze really posed a threat to the spiral like as a whole. They actually want the spiral to stay. They just want to make it their own, you know? For something to really come to the spiral, I think it has to be just outside of it. And I feel like having a ship and having this mysterious black hole, I feel like it could all tie in. My prominent theory is that there exists some kind of dimension, some alternate dimension apart from the spiral, where maybe we can go against all kinds of old enemies. It'd be a really cool way to bring Morgant back, which is, you know, that would be sick if they did that. What I do think is that there's something outside of the spiral that the key is going to unlock. And I feel like it'll be our most powerful foe yet. I feel like it'll also be a side quest. I think it'll just be like Zigzag and Brisk Breeze. It'll be a side quest, but I feel like it'll be a very, very interesting side quest. I feel like it'll be much, much bigger. It'll be like Darkmoor level side quest, you know? So that's what I think. I'm really excited to see what King's Isle does with it. I can guarantee to you one thing, there will be something that happens with it, you know? I mean, there's no way that they're gonna just talk about 2 keys. Like, if you do the Zigzag quest, you literally give a package to Alhaz-Red, and you use a key with hieroglyphics to unlock Zigzag, and Alhaz-Red just keeps the other key. It's very interesting that Alhaz-Red has it because it's a skeleton key, and he is related to the Order of the Fang and the Croconomicon, so I feel like it might be the key to life and death. I feel like it's connected to all of that. And it would be really, really interesting to see characters that were dead in the past that all come back in some kind of alternate dimension that exists outside of the spiral. I really don't know what is going to happen, but this is one of those videos where it would obviously work if you guys theorize. So tell me what you guys think. It's definitely one of the oldest mysteries in Wizard101. It's been around since Dragonspire was the last world. Brisk Breeze has been around since Dragonspire, since level 50 was the cap. So this is one of the oldest mysteries that they've only very recently tried to explore. I really do hope that because it's a skeleton key and because it's Alhaz-Red, it has some connection to life and death, and it has some connection to somewhere outside the spiral where we face a lot of former enemies, but that's all speculation. What do you guys think about my theory? Do you think I'm crazy? You probably do, but it's definitely something that's worth talking about. Now guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, and if you're new to the channel, make sure to drop a sub. If someone hasn't told you you're awesome today, they doing something wrong, so stay awesome, bruh. And yeah,